Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Today, we're really digging into the Cut Paste Photos app by Dixati. It's one you've probably seen around, maybe on your app store, but perhaps haven't truly unpacked. So our mission here isn't just, listing features. We want to understand what makes this popular photo editing tool tick, especially how it sets itself up as this, surprisingly capable, user-friendly alternative to the more complex pro software. Okay, let's unpack this. Beyond just being easy, what specific niche does it really nail, and what's its secret sauce?
Yeah, it's interesting because its core promise is all about simplifying something that used to feel really technical, really precise. That whole art of lifting elements from one photo and dropping them neatly into another. It takes that complex idea and somehow makes it incredibly accessible for pretty much anyone, really, regardless of their editing skill level.
Yeah.
And that accessibility, that's absolutely is a key differentiator. It's aiming for that huge group of casual creators who want powerful results, but without like a massive learning curve. But it's not just about being easy. It's about doing the heavy lifting where it really counts.
Oh, I've definitely been there. Trying to perfectly cut someone out, and you end up with that weird fuzzy halo around their head. So when we talk about this magic trick it does, the background removal, I'm genuinely curious, how does it manage that separation so fast and seemingly so accurately, even with tricky stuff like, hair or detailed objects?
Right. It's tackling a problem that, honestly, even desktop software used to struggle with getting that clean separation between the subject and the background. And it does it using some seriously clever tools working behind the scenes. The main one, and yeah, the real showstopper, is its AI background eraser. Now, this isn't just basic color matching or anything simple like that. It uses advanced machine learning models. We're talking convolutional neural networks specifically to identify and segment the foreground subject from the background. And with surprising precision, it's been trained on these huge, diverse data sets, which is really key to why it feels like a magic trick. In those tricky cases you mentioned, like fine hair or complex edges, it basically does all that tedious, detailed work for you almost instantly.
Okay, that's incredibly powerful for quick edits. I get that. But, AI isn't always perfect. We know that. Sometimes you need that human touch, right? That kind of surgical precision. Does the app actually give you that level of granular control as well?
Oh, absolutely. It does. For those times when you need a finer touch, or maybe the AI missed a tiny detail, you can just switch over to the manual copy tool. This lets you manually select the exact parts of the photo you want to cut out using like a precision brush. It's really useful for specific things, maybe face swapping or just meticulously cleaning up an edge that the AI didn't quite nail.
So, okay, you've lifted your subject, either with the AI magic or manually. It's not just left as some rough-cut image floating there, is it? Because the real artistry I find is often in the refinement afterwards. What tools does it give you to make sure those edges look seamless, make the cutout look like it actually belongs?
Yeah, exactly. And that's where the advanced photo editor comes into play. It's not just about making it precise in the cutting stage. This suite of tools lets you refine the edges after you cut. You've got features like feathering, edge smoothing, fine-tuned brush adjustments, things like that. These are actually critical for blending your subject smoothly into a new background, avoiding that obvious pasted-on look. It helps create a much more convincing final image. Think of it like this. Before, you needed, a digital scalpel and a really steady hand. Now, it's more like a magic wand that does most of the heavy lifting, and you just come in to refine the edges a bit, which, let's be honest, is where a lot of people used to just give up.
Yeah, I appreciate anything that reduces that give-up factor. Okay, so you've got your perfectly refined cutout. Then comes the fun part, right? Putting it somewhere new. What are the options for that paste stage?
Well, you can paste your cutouts onto new backgrounds from your own photo gallery, obviously, or you can tap into the app's own pretty extensive library of custom backgrounds. And this really opens up creative possibilities, doesn't it? It lets you easily place yourself or your pet or, whatever object into a famous landmark, some fantasy landscape, maybe even a funny scene. I mean, imagine trying to put your dog in a spaceship without an app like this. That used to be a multi-step nightmare in complex software. Here, it just simplifies that whole creative leap.
Wow, so it really is quite a comprehensive suite then. I might have just expected it to do the one thing its name suggests, cut and paste. It sounds like it goes well beyond just moving single elements around. What other creative features are sort of bundled in there to round out the whole experience?
Oh, it definitely does. Yeah, beyond those core cut and paste functions, the app usually includes a pretty robust photo collage maker. It lets you combine multiple cutouts, different backgrounds, and really craft your own unique visual stories. Plus, it often bundles in other features that casual creators tend to love. Things like color pop.
Oh, yeah, where one color stands out.
Exactly. Keeps one color, makes the rest black and white for that dramatic effect. And photo clone is another one, letting you paste multiple copies of someone or something in the same image. And even like text on photo options for adding captions or overlays. It clearly wants to be a kind of one-stop shop for mobile photo creativity.
It is pretty remarkable to get so much functionality apparently for free,
Yeah.
especially with advanced AI like that involved. But, as with anything free in the digital world, there's usually a catch, right? A hidden cost or at least a business model. How does Dixati actually sustain this? How do they make money?
Right. And this brings us to a very common, but sometimes pretty impactful monetization strategy. The app is typically offered as a free download, yeah, but it integrates in-app advertisements, often quite aggressively. And it also offers various in-app purchases, too. Users often report seeing a lot of ads, sometimes popping up right in the middle of editing something, which, can disrupt your flow and be pretty frustrating. This high volume suggests it might be a strategic choice. Maybe prioritizing aggressive monetization over, say, initial user retention, perhaps trying to quickly convert some users to premium to cover costs. It's a bit of a bold gamble, really, in such a crowded market.
That makes perfect sense, though. The ads are the trade-off for getting all that functionality for free. But for people who find that disruption just too much, there's usually a way around it, right? To get that smoother experience.
Precisely. The app offers a subscription model, which is, very standard now for freemium mobile apps. This usually unlocks all the features. And, crucially, it removes those disruptive ads, so you get a much cleaner, smoother user experience. It's that classic tiered approach, isn't it? You get a taste of the full power, but with ads. And if you really find value in it, you can pay for the enhanced ad-free version. And these subscriptions are often weekly or monthly, usually with a free trial period too. So you can really test drive the premium package before committing.
Okay, so let's just recap our deep dive into the Cut Paste Photos app by Dixati. It really seems to deliver a versatile and remarkably accessible set of tools for everyday photo editing, from its AI background removal that tackles tricky edges to the precise manual cutting options and then that whole suite for creative collaging.
Okay.
It genuinely makes what used to feel like advanced photo editing much more approachable for, well, pretty much anyone. It's a great example of almost professional grade features being democratized for the masses, right?
Absolutely. And if we kind of connect this to the bigger picture, it really does highlight this evolving landscape of how free apps support themselves while trying to balance user experience. The sheer amount of features, especially the AI part, in a free app is pretty notable. It's a very direct example of that common trade-off. You get the free ad-supported experience or you pay for the enhanced ad-free subscription. It does make you wonder, though, about the long-term sustainability of really aggressive ad models versus, building a loyal paying user base.
So what does this all mean then for the future of casual creativity and maybe what we expect from our digital tools now? It sort of raises an important question for you, the listener, doesn't it? How much convenience, how much power, and how much of an uninterrupted experience are we really willing to pay for? Or maybe how many ads are we willing to sit through just to unleash our inner digital artist on the go? It's definitely something worth reflecting on as you use your apps day to day and think about the true cost of free.